glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who great millstone and rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. So this lesson is just going to be on the word stigma. So I'm going to go ahead and read Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." Verse 18, "Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. All right, so we're going to go into stigma, which is going to be pretty much spoken about in Revelation 13 and 18 when it says the 666, which you got to break down the 666. That's what, the number of the beast. We got to break that down. And one of the things, chi-psi stigma, that's what it is. Chi-psi stigma. We're just going to get into stigma, quick, basic, fundamental lesson on stigma, get straight to the point on it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get the basic definition of the word stigma. So it says a stigma, a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person. All right, so a mark of disgrace. So pretty much the MOTB, which I just read about, the mark of the beast, all right, which is speaking about here, all right, is the RFID microchip. It's a biometric or biological technology that's going to be implanted and underneath the skin of human beings who decide to take it. And it's already been done. Plenty of people already have it. All right. It just has not become fully mandatory in the world. Now, when I did a lesson not too long ago about Kamala Harris attacking Americans' Second Amendment right, and in that video, she mentioned that she's going to do a universal background screen or universal screening. Now, of course, she's running for the president of the United States. There's no such thing as universal if you're just a leader of a country. So what does she mean by that? What she means is the New World Order, which is going to implement the RFID microchip to everybody. And it's going to be a stigma. All right, so which is going to be a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance. And the circumstances that is pertaining to is verse 17, that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so let's go to the second part of it. It says marks corresponding to those left on Yahushai's body by the crucifixion, said to be impressed by divine favor, or the bodies of St. Francis. It's going off, so let's keep going. It says a visible sign or characteristic of a disease. All right, and it says the part of a pit still that receives the pollen during the pollination. So pretty much the main things we want to focus on in stigma is the first and the third definition in the regular Google search. Now I have stigma also too here in the etymology. And what it says in the etymology, it says mark made on skin by burning with a hot iron. Stigma. And that's a part of the 666. So I don't care what other camp is talking about an embargo, or they're talking about, the mark of the beast is sin. No, it's not, because it has to be something that is physical, all right? Something that is tangible, something that's going to be implanted in you, and a mark that's going to be made on your skin, like it's saying right here. Mark of appointed instrument, puncture. It says to puncture. All right, tattoo mark. Tattoo, when you get a tattoo, it punctures your skin and leaves a permanent mark or a brand. All right, so a stigma, it says to stick, pointed. It's just right there. It says a mark of disgrace or infamy, which attaches to a person on an account of evil conduct. All right, So that is a part of the MOTB. All right. Salaki. That is a part of the MOTB, which we're reading about here in Revelation 13 and 18. But let's get to this third part of this definition. It says a visible sign or characteristics of disease. All right. That's Revelation 16 and 2. It says, the first went and poured out, and the first went and poured out of his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image, which we spoke about in Revelation the 13th chapter. Now, once you go over to Revelation the 14th chapter, forgetting the stigma, okay? Now you have a stigma on you. It says, Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same, which is that stigma, okay? Which again, the word stigma means to be punctured, all right? A mark of a pointed instrument, punctured, all right? A tattoo mark, a brand. So once you have that stigma on you, okay, and you've accepted it, this is your outcome. It says, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So let's get that word, simple definition of the word mark. It says a small area on a surface having a different color from its surroundings. That goes back to Revelation, the 16th chapter and verse 2, which says a grievous sore. Because if you have any type of sore on your body, it's going to be a distinguishable mark that's going to be showing through your skin. If you have a serration or a laceration, that is a mark showing that you've been cut. If you got punched in the eye, you're going to have a black eye, which is a mark that you have injured yourself. If someone punches you in the lip, that is a mark that you have a busted lip. All right? It's the same thing that's happening here with the 666, which part of it, like I said early in the inception of this video, Kaisai stigma, all right? And we're dealing with the stigma of this, okay? All right, it says a mark, it says small area on the surface having a different color from its surroundings, typically one caused by accident or damage. It says, let's see, make a visible impression. So when you're imprinting something, that means it's going in or on the skin, or a stain on. All right, and when there's a stain, like in a white shirt, a red stain, it can't come out. It's a stain. It's there. Okay, it's there. All right, it's the same thing that the MOTB. Once you get it in you, it's there. You're done for. Now you have to drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High without mixture. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Now I'm going to do a separate video on what torment really is, okay? And I'll get into that, okay? So, but for now, that is the outcome if you take that MOTB. And we're here as prophets to tell you and inform you what the MOTB is, which is the RFID microchip, which they plan. And when I say they, the elite of Esau, all right? So you got the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Vanderbilts, the list goes on, all right? Of the top banking families, of the 1% of the 1%ers that want to implant this in you so you can be fully controlled, all right? If you take that, which what I just said is the MOTB, if you take that, you will receive your punishment. You will receive your reward, all right? And ultimately, it's going to be in the lake of fire where you will be tormented, all right? In the presence of the angels, in the presence of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, okay? And again, I'll do another lesson on the tormented, probably particularly on this script, all right? All right, so that is stigma, all right? So I don't care what these other camps are saying about, oh, it's this or it's that. It's clear and evident when you break this down. It's something that's going to be implanted inside of you. And what is already the mission? the RFID microchip to be planted inside of you, to be to a biometric system that's going to be. We see this Neuralink and semiconductor plants making all these chips, all these things that are planning to go inside of you. All right, that's the move. That's what's happening. That's where the world is going. All right, so that was a quick little, I guess, rundown, and I hope those who are just now clicking on this channel and clicking on this video were thoroughly edified. Do not take the RFID microchip. That is the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, which is spoken about in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Do not take it. Okay? All right, so with that, Lord willing, you are edified. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect, 144 first fruit. To the next time, I want to say shalom. And like always, repent, for Yahushai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. All right, shalom.